All right, so back at it again, breaking down USDJPY. As you guys can see from my daily time frame, I got a break of structure. As you can see, the market is forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. I had a higher low broken. If you look to the left, when the market was respecting this level of resistance, this weekly level of resistance, I had a higher low broken. So once a higher low is broken, then support is broken. I'm at my first lower low point. The market found a level of support. We pushed up. The market ended up finding a level of resistance and paying attention to being at a weekly level of resistance from the daily time frame. I'm seeing, looking to my left, that the market is respecting this level of resistance. It's highly respecting that level of resistance. So with how the market was forming, the market pushed up, and as you can see, we formed like exhaustion wicks, showing that the market was tired of pushing up, and then we closed even at that level of resistance, which I'll consider a tweezer top. So going to my 4-hour time frame, looking at my 4-hour time frame, with me, how I took this setup, I wasn't really too much basing my analysis off of my 4-hour time frame, because as you can see, we have a break of structure right here on the lower on the downtrend. This lower high point was broken. Had my first break, higher high, higher low, push up. So with me, how I was doing it, I wasn't really basing my analysis off of my H4 time frame, but what I paid attention to and kept my eyes on was basically this bearish engulfing pattern.
Yeah, that was my entry.
That bearish engulfing pattern at this bearish engulfing pattern at the level of resistance. So I let that engulfing pattern close, but I still didn't take entry. I didn't take entry as soon as that engulfing pattern closed. So I'm gonna mark that off. So one thing that I paid attention to was basically these exhaustion wicks. The market formed like a gravestone doji after this engulfing pattern. So paying attention and just getting into details and breaking the market down from top down analysis, I'm seeing that on my 1-hour time frame, at the close of that engulfing pattern, the market formed a level of support. Once it formed that gravestone doji and closed back, what I'm paying attention to now is a break of structure. If the market does break structure, that's what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for sales. So once this higher low point was broken right here, then we got cross my SMA EMA showing that momentum switched over. I had my first lower low. So once I get this first lower low in this break of structure, now what I'm paying attention to is this retest. Are we gonna get a retest? And are we going to basically respect this level of resistance of where we're at, which is the weekly level of resistance? Or are we going to respect this SMA EMA, these moving averages? I had high probability that the market would respect those areas. So seeing on this time frame, on the 1-hour time frame, I have a break of structure. I have a bearish engulfing from my 4-hour time frame. And on my daily time frame, I'm at a level of exhaustion at a key level of resistance. I'm breaking the market down. So from this 1-hour time frame, how I end up taking my setup, drop to the lower time frame, 30-minute. I didn't want to get too low on the time frames, simply because the market could be real choppy on the lower time frames, but I want to try and find a time frame where I can take most of my momentum and run with it. So as you can see, just drop it to my M30. The market is similar to the 1-hour time frame, but I use my 30-minute time frame to take entries. So I got this break of structure, this break of this level of support right here, turn resistance, lower low, lower high, and at this lower high point, as you can see, the market formed a tweezer top pattern to respect this level of resistance, and we got to push down. So my entry was at the close of this highly volatile bearish candle, showing that sellers took control of the market. Sellers stepped into the market, and with understanding how my candlestick analysis works is basically once I got that close, I went back to my 1 hour time frame to see how it was looking, and I believe I ended up getting like an engulfing pattern. I got an engulfing pattern, yeah. So basically, I got my close. I got a close of an engulfing pattern, and on my 30-minute time frame, I got a highly volatile bearish candle showing that we have sellers in the market. I'm at a level of resistance. I have my momentum facing down, showing that basically sellers are in control, and I'm gonna take the setup. So I took the setup, and as you can see, maintaining this order. How I end up maintaining this order was basing everything off of my levels of support and resistance. So I pulled out my fibs to place my stop loss. My stop loss was based off of, and through the process of this trade, as I got into more like more profit, I was able to adjust my stop loss. So how I end up setting my stop loss, I pull my fibs. I see that I have confluence at where I took entry at this 38.2 retracement. So I'm setting my stop loss. My stop loss was set for my first entry. It was at 110.650. That's
At
it.
100,
Yeah. You said what?
was it 100% or 110%?
110%.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
won't never put my stop loss at 100% because the market could retrace, do like an 88.6 reversal, but it could still wick up and still touch that 100%. So how I ended up doing that was I put my stop loss at 110, and I just paid attention to the market's momentum and how the market moved. So once I seen, how did I adjust? Once I seen the market formed a new low, the market formed a lower low, lower high, a new lower low. I'm measuring this counter trend right here. So I pulled my fibs out again, and my projection will be based off of my higher time frame. So I pull my fibs out again, and I'm able to drop my stop loss 10 pips. Basically, simply because I know if this counter trend retraces anywhere past this level of resistance right here, my probability will be that the market is going to break, retest, continue back to the upside. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So how I end up doing it, I end up getting a new lower low. My new lower low is right here, but I end up getting like 100% retrace. So what I end up doing was, like I said, remember, like I just said, the market can retrace to 100, retrace and touch that 100%. I literally just said this. It can retrace, touch that 100%, and for instance, if I put it at that 100%, I would have got stopped out. But how I end up adjusting my stop loss, I was able to adjust my stop loss and drop it another 10 pips. So basically, I'm only, if I was to lose, or if I was to take a loss on this setup, I would be only losing 4 pips. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm adjusting with the market. So paying attention, I see getting into depth with the candlesticks. I see, okay, the market pushed up from this lower low point. I formed a new high. This wasn't a new lower high. This was another counter trend, but it wasn't a new lower high. This was a high because it came back and retested this previous lower high. So what I ended up seeing was this bearish engulfing right here, and this bearish engulfing pattern closed with no wick to the downside. So by then, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let the market run. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna do nothing. I ended up waking up this morning, probably like 6 o'clock, and I don't remember where I was at. I think I was like down here. But I seen the market form bearish engulfing, saying sellers are ready to take back over the market, and this bearish engulfing closed below this moving average. So saying that the market was about, it's about to push down because sellers are stepping back in. We got a little exhaustion wick right here, pushed back up, another bearish engulfing. As you can see, now we just flowing with the market. So right now with me, I'm holding this trade, simply because the market hasn't gave me any reason to get out of this setup. You see what I'm saying?
At all.
So I'm gonna measure my pips right now. I'm up 75 pips, 76 pips. My lowest point was 87 pips. But I'm holding, bro, simply because I don't have the market is trying to counter trend now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Pull my fibs from right here to right here. Okay, I got a 38.2 retracement right there. So now what I'm gonna do is I will be able to adjust my stop loss again, bro. Basically.
Move it into profit.
Exactly. Take profit and my stop loss into profit. So what I'm doing here, A, point B. So I know for a fact that the market breaks anywhere past this 110 point, then the market is going to reverse. But why I say the market is not going to reverse right now or even go past that 110 point is because looking at that daily time frame, we're at a lower low point. So once the market comes to a lower high point, what is it trying to do?
Lower low.
It's trying to form a new lower low. So my projection is that the market can come down either to this 0%, which is right here, point A, point B. The market can come down to 109,000, or the market can either hit that first projection point, which is 108,121. But I'm basing my overall analysis off of structure from my entry time frame and my overall analysis from my daily time frame. You see what I'm saying? So right now, in about 2 hours, in about 2 or 3 hours, this candle is going to close. So I project that this candle is going to close below this level of support. And the reason I say that, because look at all of the volatility that is inside of this candle. This is all sellers saying, we want to push down. We want to push down. We're at a lower high. We want to push down. We have exhaustion weeks from the other side, tweezer tops. The market wants to push down. So I have no confirmations to get out of this setup right now, but I'm holding until I do have some type of confirmation from my lower time frame. You see what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got you.